Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're having an amazing day. The sun is shining, the birds are singing. That is not a figure of speech, that's literally what's happening. The sun is shining and the birds are singing. I'm usually a pretty happy guy, upbeat. I come on here and tell you how you're getting screwed by a company, but fairly upbeat while doing it. I find myself to be a very happy, excited person. But today I've had this involuntary smile on my face since 6 in the morning just because of the weather. There's something about being able to open the door and not be cold or warm and have a beautiful gust of wind come in while it's beautifully sunny outside. It just does something to me. And I hope it does something to you too. So today I'm going to be reading you an email from a customer that got effed by Paragon software. Paragon makes this type of software that allows you to read NTFS Windows formatted drives when you plug them into your Mac. It's pretty useful. There's a lot of solutions that have existed that do something similar to this, but I've used them in the past or the clients have brought stuff to me that use this, and it'll work, but it'll crash or it'll be slow. And this Paragon just works, which is really cool. It's worth the money. So this is from a customer. Hi, Lewis. I wanted to do things the right way, so I bought Paragon NTFS for Mac back in 2019. Today I had some permission-related issues with the software, so I decided to uninstall and reinstall as troubleshooting by myself didn't help. After reinstalling and adding my credentials for the activation of the product, I got an invalid credentials error. Surprise, my account does not exist anymore. I created a new account using the very same email I purchased the software with, and I can see no products at all. But there's the option to revoke the license for the activated product, although it's not showing any details at all. In some help page from Paragon, I saw that revoking the license would help with the activation in a new device. So that's what I tried, just to get an error. Eventually, after everything I tried being futile and before jumping to the R ship, I decided to reach out to support. The email below contains their answer. So he has reached out to them and he says, it says the account does not have the correct license. I tried to revoke to reactivate, but I get an error. And you can also see over here that he did purchase his license and they did deliver him a key at the time that he purchased it. I have a license key, by the way, that I bought in 2019, and he took a screenshot of them to show him. This is cut off a little bit, so I will go back to my article where the gentleman copied and pasted the part that's cut off to me. It looks like you're experiencing an activation problem with one or several of our products. If you purchased a product, APFS, and then they just list all the products, after September 2022, please follow the steps below. In most cases, the license has been registered to the new Paragon Licensing Center. Please make sure you can log in at this website. You can use Forgot Password button if needed. Activate the software version downloaded from the user portal via logging into the same Paragon Licensing Center account from the application itself. Important, please note that you need to download and use only the latest build available. Previously installed versions won't detect newly migrated or purchased licenses. 2. If you purchased a product before September 2022, you are eligible for a 30% discount for the new purchase. Not making the thing you already bought and paid for work. A 30% discount for the new purchase. How Christian of you. As my good friend Jake Palumbo would always say. Please reply to this email with "I need discount." We will provide you with the link. If you have any further questions, do not hesitate to contact our support team by replying to this email. Best regards, Customer Support Team, Paragon Software. Now, when using a canned response at Rossman Repair Group, I'll always tell Kevin, if you're going to use the canned responses, because we got a lot of them, we get a lot of emails every day, can you at least edit it a little bit so it doesn't look like a canned response? He says what software he purchased. He provides them all the info. It looks like you're experiencing an activation problem with one or several of our products. You can't even edit the canned response, bruh. Literally just typing /C and tab in Freshdesk. Come on, man. So let's go over what the guy tried to do. So he logs into the system because if you are reinstalling the software, sometimes you have to revoke your old activation in order to activate a new one. No big deal, this happens. And he goes here and he clicks revoke activation and there's an error. He did say that he tried to log into his account and it didn't work. And then he realized he could register a new account, which seemed really strange. And then that's when he realizes that there's two separate systems. And even though he was using a newer version of the software and it was working with his license key, the only one that he's actually able to get when he logs into all of this change stuff is a version that no longer works on his version of Mac OS. Even though the version that he was using functioned with his license key. Now, the reason that you have this is because they have not just 2 licensing systems. Apparently, they have 4 licensing systems. I mean, this is something else. So, here we go. Paragon customer portals. Where are my licenses? You have My Paragon, Paragon Box, Paragon Licensing Center, and LC, Paragon Licensing Center. This is a maze. One of the things about buying software and paying for it is that you don't have to see, is this on eMule? Is this on Usenet? Is this on SoulSeek? Maybe I can torrent this. I got to find a private tracker. But here, if you want to be able to use the software that you already paid for, it's just about as much work as it would be to actually try and pirate it. This is hysterical. I mean, at this point, not only do you get worse service, whether you're talking about software or you're talking about streaming media than when you pirate, but it's also literally more difficult to figure out where it is. It's a maze. I don't think that somebody at this company said, yes, we are going to revoke all their licenses and screw them so they have to buy a new one. I think they realized that their old system had some sort of security glitch, some flaw. It was a legacy system. They had to migrate to something new. Behind door number one, you could put a lot of work into migrating all the old customer licenses into your new system so that everything works seamlessly for people, which is a lot of work so that people that already paid you can continue to use the software. Behind door number two, you can not migrate all that information and tell everybody before that date to get fucked and hope that 99% of your users, admittedly, are likely not going to reinstall the software. And when they do go to reinstall the software, that 1% of those users, you offer them the 30% discount and they just fuck off and go away. And the problem there is a lot of the people are going away, but they're going away in an interesting way. Same issue with mine, using pirated version 16 until my license is not restored. So a lot of people are just being ignored. The interesting thing is that this gentleman over here did manage to have a better result than the person who emailed me. After almost exactly a week, I received a response and they provided me with an updated key. And I understand the thought process behind it. As a business person, I get it. We are stuck with a fork in the road. We did not plan for our old system to stop working and to have to switch to a new system in this way. I did not want to deactivate all my old customer stuff. I need to put engineering time into either making this old system work, which brings me no money, or doing anything else that will make me money. Pissing off people who will no longer give me money, which they probably don't care about. What I think they don't realize is that when you see all these people yelling, never use this software because they took it away from me, that's probably going to be something that keeps newer people from purchasing and using your software. I don't know why anybody thinks about this stuff anymore. The email that I received did have the word R in it, so I'm going to take a wild guess as to how it is he's going to be fixing this problem going forward. I'm just going to throw that out there, that there are lots of ways to get this software with a bigger than 30% discount. I'm not saying you should do it. I want people to pay for what they find valuable. I pay for software, movies, music, television, and things that I find valuable. But I ain't putting up with any of this. Every day, the wiki gets one page taller. All these people contributing stuff. Good girl. Ow. That is not nice. Be nice. Don't bite my hand off like that. Oh, Clinton just stole your treat. Thank you to Catherine for sending this to the store, by the way. Very kind of you. Longtime viewer of the channel. Board repair live streams back in 2017. Very kind, caring person. Hope everything's going well with you and your kitty, Mia. Look at my kitty. You want one, Clinty? Okay, one more. Ow! Don't put your claw out to get the green. No. You gotta be nice, girl. Okay, last one. Last one. You haven't had any treats this week, so there you go. You're a good girl. You're a good kitty. You're a good kitty. All right. And that is my alarm. I gotta go.